From translation, RSV Revised Standard Version. This 14th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Genesis 41 to 42. Genesis chapter 41, verses 1 to 50. Now Pharaoh was angry with his two officials, the cupbearer and the baker, and he put them in custody in the house of the captain of the guard, in the prison where Joseph was confined. 3 And the captain of the guard charged Joseph with them, and he attended to them, and they continued for some time in custody. 4 And one night they both dreamed, each his dream, and each dream had a meaning of its own. 5 And in the morning they said to Joseph, We have dreamed a dream, and there is no one to interpret it. And Joseph said to them, Do not interpretations belong to God? Please tell me them. 6 So the cupbearer in his dream and the baker of his dream told their dreams to Joseph, and he said to them, Do not interpretations belong to God? Tell me them. 7 And the cupbearer told his dream to Joseph, and said to him, In my dream there was a vine before me. 8 And on the vine there were 3 branches. As soon as it budded, its blossoms shot forth, and its clusters brought forth ripe grapes. 9 Pharaoh's cup was in my hand. I took the grapes and pressed them into Pharaoh's cup, and I put the cup into Pharaoh's hand. 10 And Joseph said to him, This is its interpretation. The 3 branches are 3 days. 11 Within 3 days, Pharaoh will lift up your head and restore you to your office, and you shall place Pharaoh's cup in his hand, as you used to do when you were his cupbearer. 12 But remember me when it is well with you, and do me the kindness, I pray you, to make mention of me to Pharaoh, and so get me out of this house. 13 For truly I was stolen out of the land of the Hebrews. And here also I have done nothing that they should put me into the dungeon. 14 When the baker saw that the interpretation was favorable, he said to Joseph, I also had a dream. There were 3 cake baskets on my head. 15 And in the uppermost basket there were all sorts of baked food for Pharaoh, but the birds were eating it out of the basket on my head. 16 And Joseph answered, This is its interpretation. The 3 baskets are 3 days. 17 Within 3 days Pharaoh will lift up your head from you and hang you on a tree, and the birds will eat the flesh from off you. 18 On the 3rd day Pharaoh gave a feast to all his servants, and he lifted up the head of the cupbearer and the head of the baker among his servants. 19 He restored the cupbearer to his cupbearership, and he placed the cup in Pharaoh's hand. 20 But he hanged the baker, as Joseph had interpreted to them. 21 Yet the cupbearer did not remember Joseph, but forgot him. And Pharaoh said, I have dreamed a dream, and there is no one to interpret it. Then Joseph said to Pharaoh, It is not in me. God will give Pharaoh a favorable answer. 23 And Pharaoh said to Joseph, In my dream, behold, I was standing on the bank of the river. 24 And behold, there came up out of the river 7 cows, sleek and fat, and they fed in the marsh grass. 25 And behold, 7 other cows came up after them, poor and very ill-favored and lean, such as I had never seen in all the land of Egypt for ill-favoredness. 26 And the lean and ill-favored cows ate up the first 7 sleek and fat cows. 27 And as I awoke I saw it was a dream. 28 Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, In my dream I saw 7 ears of corn, full and good, growing on one stalk. 29 And behold, 7 ears withered, thin, and blighted by the east wind, sprouted up after them. 30 And the thin ears swallowed up the 7 good ears. And I told it to the magicians, but there was no one to explain it to me. Then Joseph said to Pharaoh, Pharaoh's dreams are one. God has revealed to Pharaoh what he is about to do. 32 The 7 good cows are 7 years, and the 7 good ears are 7 years. The dreams are one. 33 The 7 lame and ill-favored cows that came up after them are 7 years, and the 7 withered ears of grain, blighted by the east wind, are 7 years of famine. 34 That is why the dream was repeated to Pharaoh twice. God has determined to do this thing, and God will shortly bring it to pass. 35 Now therefore let Pharaoh select a man discreet and wise, and set him over the land of Egypt. 36 Let Pharaoh proceed to appoint overseers over the land, and take 1/5 of the produce of the land of Egypt during the 7 plenteous years. 37 And let them gather all the food of these good years that are coming, and lay up grain under the authority of Pharaoh, and let them keep food in the cities. 38 Then that food shall be a reserve for the land against the 7 years of famine, which are to be in the land of Egypt, so that the land may not perish through the famine. 39 So Pharaoh said to Joseph, Since God has shown you all this, there is none so discerning and wise as you are. 40 You shall be over my house, and all my people shall order themselves as you command. Only as regards the throne will I be greater than you. 41 And Pharaoh said to Joseph, Behold, I have set you over all the land of Egypt. 42 And Pharaoh took off his signet ring from his hand, and put it on Joseph's hand, and clothed him in garments of fine linen, and put a gold chain about his neck. 43 And he made him ride in his second chariot. And they cried before him, Bow the knee. Thus he set him over all the land of Egypt. Moreover Pharaoh said to Joseph, I am Pharaoh, and without your consent shall no man lift up his hand or foot in all the land of Egypt. 45 And Pharaoh called Joseph's name Zaphanath-Paneah, and he gave him Asenath the daughter of Potiphar, priest of On, as his wife. And Joseph went out over the land of Egypt. 46 Joseph was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh king of Egypt. And Joseph went out from the presence of Pharaoh, and went over all the land of Egypt. 47 During the 7 plenteous years, the earth brought forth abundantly. 48 And he gathered up all the food of the 7 years which were in the land of Egypt, and stored up the food in the cities. He stored up in every city the food which grew in the fields around it. 49 And Joseph stored up grain in great abundance, like the sand of the sea, until he ceased to measure it, for it could not be measured. Before the year of famine came, 2 sons were born to Joseph by Asenath the daughter of Potiphar, priest of On. 51 And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh, for he said, God has made me forget all my hardship and all my father's house. 52 The name of the second he called Ephraim, for he said, God has made me fruitful in the land of my affliction. 53 And the 7 years of plenty that were in the land of Egypt came to an end. 54 And the 7 years of famine began to come, as Joseph had said. There was famine in all lands, but in all the land of Egypt there was bread. 55 When all the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread. And Pharaoh said to all the Egyptians, Go to Joseph, what he says to you do. 56 So the famine was over all the land, and Joseph opened all the storehouses, and sold to the Egyptians, for the famine was severe in the land of Egypt. 57 Moreover, all the earth came to Egypt to Joseph to buy grain, because the famine was severe over all the earth. Genesis chapter 42, verse 1. When Jacob learned that there was grain in Egypt, he said to his sons, Why do you look at one another? 2 And he said, Behold, I have heard that there is grain in Egypt. Go down there and buy for us from there, that we may live and not die. 3 So 10 of Joseph's brothers went down to buy grain from Egypt. 4 But Jacob did not send Benjamin, Joseph's brother, with his brothers, for he said, Lest perhaps harm befall him. 5 And the sons of Israel came to buy among the others, for the famine was in the land of Canaan. 6 Now Joseph was governor over the land. It was he who sold to all the people of the land. And Joseph's brothers came, and bowed themselves before him with their faces to the ground. 7 Joseph saw his brothers, and he recognized them, but treated them as strangers and spoke roughly to them. Where do you come from? He said. They said, From the land of Canaan, to buy food. 8 Joseph recognized his brothers, but they did not recognize him. 9 Joseph remembered the dreams that he had dreamed of them, and said to them, You are spies, you have come to see the nakedness of the land. 10 But they said to him, No, my lord, but your servants have come to buy food. 11 We are all sons of one man, we are honest men, your servants are not spies. 12 He said to them, No, you have come to see the nakedness of the land. 13 They said, We your servants are 12 brothers, sons of our father in the land of Canaan. And behold, one is no more, and the youngest is this day with our father in the land of Canaan. 14 But Joseph said to them, It is as I said to you, you are spies. 15 By this you shall be tested. By the life of Pharaoh, you shall not go from here unless your youngest brother comes here. 16 Send one of you, and let him bring your brother, while you remain bound, that your words may be tested, whether there is truth in you. Or else by the life of Pharaoh, surely you are spies. 17 And he put them all together in custody for 3 days. 18 On the 3rd day Joseph said to them, Do this and you will live, for I fear God. 19 If you are honest men, let one of your brothers be bound in your prison, and go and carry grain for the famine of your households. 20 And bring your youngest brother to me, so your words will be verified and you will not die. And they did so. 21 Then they said to one another, In truth we are guilty concerning our brother, in that we saw the distress of his soul when he besought us, and we would not listen, therefore this distress has come upon us. 22 And Reuben answered them, Did I not tell you, Do not sin against the boy, and you would not listen? Therefore has come upon us the reckoning for his blood. 23 They did not know that Joseph understood them, for there was an interpreter between them. 24 Then he turned away from them and wept, and he returned to them and spoke to them. And he took Simeon from among them and bound him before their eyes.